A short time ago, a Russian Soyuz capsule landed in Kazakhstan, bringing 2 cosmonauts and an astronaut home from the International Space Station. NASA's Mark Strassmann spent 355 days in space, longer than any other American in a single mission. 15 countries are part of the ISS, but the U.S. and Russia are its biggest stakeholders. Relations between the two nations are unraveling here on Earth because of Ukraine. But Mark Strassmann shows us it's still business as usual in orbit for now.
Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Floating above all the hostility on Earth, Russian cosmonaut Anton Shkaplerov handed over command of the ISS Tuesday to American astronaut Tom Marshburn.
Are they aware of what's going on Earth? Absolutely. But the teams are professional. The astronauts and cosmonauts are some of the most professional groups you'll ever see.
We have ignition and liftoff.
For 2 decades and counting, Russians and Americans have lived and worked together in space. By design, the ISS has been the interdependent space station. That Russian segment provides all propulsion, controlling the altitude of the ISS. The U.S. segment controls its orientation and provides satellite communications and solar power. Cosmonauts and astronauts operate their respective sides. They need each other to keep the ISS alive, even in moments of diplomatic crisis like Ukraine.
We have our problems with President Putin on Earth.
If he pulled the plug on this tomorrow, would the whole thing be at risk?
If they abandon the space station, we'd manage. We'd figure it out. But we don't anticipate that. It's survived all these years. It's not going to stop now.
But just last month, Dmitry Rogozin, the head of Russia's space agency, implied the Russians might abandon ship. He demanded ISS partner nations lift their sanctions, tweeting, "Who will save the ISS from an uncontrolled deorbit and fall into the United States or Europe?"
It's showing off for, an audience of one, meaning Vladimir Putin.
Scott Kelly commanded the ISS for 3 missions.
If Putin pulls out, could the Americans alone make it work?
It wouldn't be easy. Is it impossible? I would say no. I think NASA's proven that they're capable of doing some pretty amazing things.
Another worry in U.S.-Russia tensions, the U.S. wants to prolong the life of the space station to 2030. Russia has yet to commit past 2024. For CBS Mornings, Mark Strassmann, Atlanta.